Hey everyone, it's Angela here, Nerfenstein, and you're probably wondering what on earth is happening here. If you follow my channel, you'll know that I made my grandson Wonder Woman armor, which I'm still working on the scabbard. But in the meantime, my granddaughter, who is 2, she's an infant, she wants me to make her Batman armor because he's her favorite superhero. So I've got the grandson dressing as Wonder Woman, and now the granddaughter wants to dress as Batman. Not Batgirl, not Batwoman, that would be too easy. She wants to dress as Batman. So I'm gonna try and make a quick infant Batman suit, or at least the top armor. I've bought her a black tracksuit for the bottom and for the underneath. So we'll see how we go. I've just started with the same basic cutout as I did for the Wonder Woman armor. And I've cut out some shapes for chest pieces or chest armor. If I can remember how it goes. I started out, I cut this all in one piece. It was all one piece, and I've just sort of gone around where it looks like it goes. Okay, so these are the bits that I've cut out. Just a tiny piece of the thinner foam, the stuff that we use for the Wonder Woman armor. And I'm hoping once it's all glued on, it will give that sort of fake armor look. So I'm just going to glue these on, cut out a bat, stick it on there, and then sort of level it up a little bit with some arm bits. I think I cut a little neck bit. And we'll see how we go. Playing it by ear as always, no patterns or anything. I've literally looked up roughly what Batman looks like and cut it out because I'm in a rush, obviously. So let's see how things go. I'll speed it up, it's just me gluing these pieces on. There we go, we're all glued on. I realise it's not even close. If you're doing your own, measure it all out, you won't be in as big a rush as me. But you can see it's got that sort of muscle armor thing happening. Super easy way of doing it. Just gonna go print off a bat logo thing, cut that out in some foam, and glue it across the chest. Cut out the little template. So tiny, and I'm going to use the second thinnest foam. So it's not the thin craft foam, it's the next one up, still thinner than the armor. I'm just going to trace around it, cut it out, and we'll glue it on. Perfect, but it'll do. Just going to glue it on here-ish. Okay, it's not perfect, but as I say, one day wear. I've glued the little tail bit down just so it's not sort of flapping about when I put the plasti dip on. Now I just need to work out what I'm doing with the rest of it. Yeah, there's plenty of give in that. I feel like I might put some sort of clipping here. It looks like it was meant to go, and then cut the back, and that's how she'll get it on rather than pulling it over her head. Because if I leave it so she has to pull it over her head, can't really do a lot else here, and it just looks silly. So I'm going to think on that. Now I'll come back. I've cut out a couple of strips, thinned off a little insert, and I'm just going to glue them together. It's just for texture so that the whole thing doesn't look flat at the top. These will go over the shoulder like that, and then I'll smooth off that with the Dremel. You can see it's indented a little bit, just to give it some extra texture. Very messy, as I say. If you're doing yours, make sure you measure. Measure, measure, measure. Take your time. Don't rush it like me. There we go. Quick and easy. I might run the hot knife up here as well. Again, just for some extra texture. And I realize these are obviously scrap pieces, but it won't matter. It's all good. And we're gluing. I am going to glue these to the outside edge, kind of like this, and leave the inside edge because I'm going to put like a little neck bit there. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, here we go. It's getting there. Just do some kind of thing up around here to walk that out a little. And hope and pray that it fits, because as usual, my grandkids aren't here during the week. So let's crack on with that. There you go. I realise there's a gap at the back. That's because I'm going to actually cut this down the back so she can get it on easier, and that will probably be velcroed together with another little neck strap. I'm not too worried about the back either, because she's going to have a Batman cape on, so all this will be hidden. It's pointless working away on it. Might just fill these gaps in with something. It looks a little bit boring. Maybe some tubing around here or something. Just round it off, scrap piece of foam. I'm just going to wrap it around. Again, just texture. That's the only reason, just so that there's not a screaming gap there. Smile. And this side. That'll do. Next up, straps. Sorry, I realise I haven't been like chit-chatting with you in this video. It's because a few people have said my videos are too long, so I'm trying to cut into everything that I'm doing, rather than just having a nice friendly chat as I work. I'm going to add a couple of straps to each side, kind of like I did with the Wonder Woman armour. But if you haven't seen that one, you don't need to. I'll be showing you here anyway. This is purely to join the front to the back. That's it. Getting there, guys. A little bit more texture. I've just added these things. Now, sadly, I don't know what they're called, but it's like little kind of rivets, and they come with a little back. I think you're meant to punch them into leather or maybe fabric. Eyelet type things. You can get them in a craft store, and I just think they add some nice details because they look kind of like rivets when they're in, and that's just gluing them in, and you can already see it looks pretty cool. It looks like that's what's joining the straps to the armor, even though they're actually doing nothing. And I just added a couple up here to tie it in, and just so that didn't look as boring. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there for a little bit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. And then I'll come back when I've had a flash of inspiration. Okay, we're back with the Toddler Batman armor. I am hoping to finish this today. I need to finish it today because she needs it for the weekend. So that's where we're at the moment. I can't remember whether I showed you this or not, but I bought this mask. I'm going to try and add a bit onto the back so it's a bit of more of a helmet, and then I'm going to paint that. That will become part of the armor. I need to make some little armbands with something Batman-y on them. What else are we doing today? This will be a different video, but I'm working on the arm cuffs and the boots for the Wonder Woman armor to finish that off as well. So that's where we're at. I'm not going to film a whole lot of this because it's literally going to be me cutting pieces of foam and trying to glue them on to see if we can get shapes and things. That will be super boring for you. I have no patterns. It's purely out of my head based on looks, so I can't really help you with that, I'm afraid. But hopefully the finished product will look cool and it will give you some ideas if you want to make a little toddler Batman. Okay, I'm starting with the easiest bit here. I'm going to do the little arm. So it'll be similar to these. These are super easy to do. So her arm will be smaller than that one. Grab 2 pieces of foam. Let's assume that that would fit around her little wrist. Yeah, no problem. Actually, I'll time lapse it. It's just measuring and cutting. Just stopping the video quickly for a second there. I've just had the thought that these might make nice little Batman armory bits, so I'm just going to use, these are the edges that you normally throw away on the foam, but I kind of like the shape, so I'm probably going to cut these out and make them into sort of the arm bits. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to take the heat knife and melt in some detail, purely to give it some texture. Take the heat gun, form them into wrist cuffs, and then come back and glue these bits on, and then they should be good to go for super quick armbands. Okay, I'm back. I've carved a little bit of detail, just hit them with the heat gun. You can see that they're retaining their curvature. Probably a little bit too much. And I'm just going to glue these on so that I can go and plasti dip them. Again, no pattern, I'm just gluing where I think. So I think if that's on the inside, they probably do go along that line, so that's quite handy. Thought I'd put the glue on the wrong end for a second there. I was like, no! Pop it here. I'm not worried about the texture on the other side. You could sand that off or glue 2 pieces back to back so it's nice and smooth if you're making an adult version. Remember, this will be coated in plasti dip and that's black, so there we go. Super fast, super cute little Batman gauntlet things. These will be held on with Velcro, which I bought. I've bought an elastic here, and I've also bought some Velcro, so if one fails I have a backup. But I think Velcro is the way to go, especially with little kitties. Yeah, how much room did I leave? Here we go, a couple of little toddler Batman things. Probably should have cut them the opposite way so that the texture is mirrored, but as I say, I'm in a rush, so it's all good. It's another little thing done. Now the helmet. Okay, so for the helmet, the problem that I've got is my granddaughter will wear a hat, but she won't wear a mask. So I just need to turn this into a hat. Basically turn it into a proper helmet so it's not just a mask. I don't think she'll leave it on for very long, but she may leave it on long enough for some cute photos, so we shall see. I don't want her to be uncomfortable, obviously her comfort is priority. That ruler looks like it's going to be roughly half, so that's awesome. Saves me measuring out, just hold it to the edge. So my plan here is to do this kind of thing, because as I say, I'm in a hurry, so really not help myself with the time. I thought I'd have more time, and I haven't So these are going to curve down, and then I need to add the side, and to get it to be a little bit more flush, hopefully, I'm just going to mark where these sit in the helmet, because they're sort of sitting on the lip here, so it'll be flat. And I am going to cut, but not all the way through. Just a little bit. I'm going to hit that with the heat gun and push it down with a piece of wood or something flat that I can find. And hopefully that will push it down just the depth of this, which looks about maybe a mil, slightly more, 1.5 mils. Okay, that's done. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little bit flatter at the front now than it was. It'll sit flush. It looks like it's going to. That's brilliant. As flush as you're going to get it anyway. Everything I do in my tutorials, by the way, is the way that I do things, usually off the top of my head. If you know a better way of doing it, and you're seeing me and going, oh, why is she doing that? Do it this way. Pop it in the comments. It will help other users. As I say, this is just the way that I would do it, and I'm in a mad hurry, so I'm really not helped by that at the moment. I think I accidentally turned the camera off when I was meant to be turning it on, so I'm just going to run through what I did. I cut these 2 strips and flattened one end just slightly, because this is 1.5 mils thickness, and I'm gluing them on to make this mask into a helmet. A super quick helmet, but hopefully a helmet. That's the first bit on. I'm just about to glue this one on. Cut out both sides, make sure that they're mirrored. I almost did it wrong. Almost did it both the same. I'm going to hit them with the heat gun and sort of curve them a little. If you're doing this and you're taking your time, you're not in a crazy rush like I am, you would bevel the edges to make it easier to glue. I am just going to disguise them by sticking God knows what on them, because I haven't got time, but I'm just going to curve it out a little bit so it's not like flat to the cheek when it's there, and we'll do that with heat gun, come back. Okay, and we're done. See, they're a little bit bent. Try and glue them in. This will be fun. Helmet done as good as I can in such a speedy way. This will be velcroed on, which is why it's not glued, so that her hair can come out if she wants it. Just glued some bits on to give it extra structural strength. I know that doesn't look like the actual helmet, but it needs that just to hold everything together, because she's 2, she's just going to yank at it. There we go. I'm going to take it outside and plasti dip it. I'm not going to bother taping around the eyes. These actually light up, but I'm just going to plasti dip the whole thing. That's where we're at. Okay, so my granddaughter just came over, popped in just for a quick fitting, and you can see that I've cut now just to where the armor bits are. I've added a little strap under her arm because it was pulling up. I've heat formed the shoulders, heat formed the neck, left the back because the cape will be covering that, and I'm about to take it outside and plasti dip it. I probably would add more detail, but I haven't got any time, so that's where we're at. I just added those little things there to match in. They don't do anything, they're purely there for looks. So I'm going to take it out, plasti dip it, bring it back in, paint it. These fit her fine, but they need little Velcro bits on them, which I figured anyway. So I'm going to take these out and I'm going to plasti dip these as well. Okay, we're all plasti dipped. Rush job, but looks okay. Haven't done all the back because it'll be underneath the cape. Some silver. I was going to do it grey, but I've looked online and it looks like it's kind of metallic, so nice new fluffy brush. And I'm just going to hit all the edges to sort of separate them off so it's not just black. And I'm probably going to do the bat a little bit heavier as well, so that when I go over it with the red, it stands out a wee bit more. So I'll speed it up and hopefully you'll see it start to take on a little bit of texture. There we go, almost done on the main armour. I've just forgotten to glue these down. These will be velcroed around the back just to hold it on. So I'm just going to do that now, and then I'm going to hopefully go and check the helmet and see how it's drying. Doesn't look great, but for a 2-year-old for a cosplay, I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. There we go. I went with red rather than yellow because I think it looks cooler on the black. Just glue these bits down and get the helmet. Okay, I forgot I had these guys, little gauntlets. I'm just going to hit these quickly with some silver, not really fussed. And then we'll get to the helmet. Thought I'd quickly show you the helmet. It's probably too shiny. There. It's not too bad, just for a kid's cosplay. It's alright, just need to try and not hit the obvious joins. Try and keep them black and hit the detail with the silver. This will just, I think I said before, I'm going to put Velcro on here and it will just Velcro in place once it's on. That's it. Here we go. It's not perfect, but for a mask it's not too bad. Just got to add the Velcro. Go there. Keep it even. I painted over the glowing eyes, but I've added extra silver, so they kind of stand out. It's not perfect, but I think with the eyes on, my granddaughter will just either freak out or just not like it. So that's her helmet done. That's for her piggy tails. She wants her hair to stick out, she said, so I've left the split. Also makes it easier to get on without destroying it. I'll take photos over there, obviously. I need to do some leg things. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. I might not have time. I need to do leg things for the Batman and leg things for the Wonder Woman. So I'll see what happens. I might throw something together now. See what I can do in 10 minutes. But I think that'll look pretty good once it's Velcroed on. Obviously, if you're doing your own, you take your time and you use contact cement, which I've got there, but I don't have time to use it, which is why I was using super glue. Super glue connects straight away. Contact cement, you have to brush both sides, wait 10-15 minutes until it's tacky, and then do it. That would have taken way too long for the time that I have. But if you're making an adult one, contact cement all the way. It's much better. There we go. I'll take some photos of the armor, the helmets, and the little arm things in case I don't get to the leg bits. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate that. Haven't got that many followers on YouTube, so I'm trying to build it up a wee bit. Hope you've liked this build. Hopefully it will help you with, I don't know whether you're making toddler armor or maybe you're making adult armor, but it's a super easy way of doing it. And cheating and using a mask, that worked out pretty cool too. Thanks for watching. Nerfenstein out.